Bueno, pues ya estamos aquí en una nueva parte de Wuthering Waves y en la segunda parte de este acto que ya sabéis que podéis encontrar la primera parte en el canal, porque el acto 7 era bastante larguito, así que se decidió cortarlo, mejor dicho. Y bueno, aquí lo tenéis. Ah, que no me deja ser más rápido que él. Me caché en la mano.
The Mianlung chamber is open now. You can proceed inside. Before you go, there's something important I need to tell you. Changli was right. They used the court of Cervantes' research to trap our sentinel in its resting chamber. They used the chronosorters. Our captured artificer revealed that the Fraxidus sent a death squad to invade Mount Firmament. They had a twofold plan. First, to place the chronosorter in the Mianlung chamber while it was still operational. And second, to lure the Sentinel back to Mount Firmament. Although their death squad was no match for the Sentinel, by forcing its hand, the powerful resonance ability of the Sentinel would clash with the energy of the chronosorter. This would ultimately cause harm to itself.
Qué codazo me acabo de meter. Uf, qué dolor.
What if the Fraxidus modified those chronosorters? A whole bunch of them, pushed to their limits, all working together to deliver one massive blow. But not even that was enough to take down the Sentinel. After the first hit, they set up modified flare crests in the Mianlung chamber to form a special force field along with those chronosorters. It prevented the Sentinel from replenishing energy, and eventually restricted its movement and perception.
So, we must free the Sentinel from that force field first.
It would be a task more complicated than it sounds. The people of Hongzhen have lived with the Sentinel for generations. We can usually tell if it's in good shape or not. But now, the Fraxidus want to capture the Sentinel. They won't just stop at Mount Firmament. Madam Magistrate, I'm sure you didn't come here just for the Sentinel. Please tell us what you know, Madam Magistrate.
Yes. I will tell you everything.
So the Sentinel is actually injured. And it's been getting worse. The Fraxidus attacked while it hasn't healed yet. Their plans are devious as always. Madam Magistrate, you've already laid out this plan so far. It's always a challenge to decipher the Sentinel's intentions. But there were many theories about it in City Hall at the time. I couldn't fathom why it went through such great lengths to retrieve you from Mount Firmament and raise you within our walls. But now that I reflect on it, perhaps the Sentinel saw in you the potential to one day restore the temporal program and ensure the survival of Jinzhou's inhabitants. I just never thought you'd be willing to follow through with that prophecy.
It was here on this very mountain that I first encountered the Sentinel. Back then, I was too young to remember anything. Even the image of Mount Firmament has slipped from my mind. But this time, as soon as I stood at the base of Mount Firmament, I felt a wave of recognition wash over me. Memories long buried resurfaced with sudden clarity. Lady Xingyi, I was born with my life, my everything connected to our Sentinel. But my duty as its appointed resonator is not the only reason for my decision. I'm following the heart of my younger self before I became Jinxi. The girl who used to laugh with pure joy as she felt the snow from Mount Firmament on her face. I'm a seed born on Mount Firmament, carried by the wind to every corner of Jinzhou. But now, I've returned to my place of origin. It's time for me to take root and grow into something greater.
No matter what happens or what choices you make, please remember, the people of Hongzhen will always have your back. Mount Firmament has been stagnant for eternity. Perhaps a sudden crack of lightning is what we need to break through the fog of uncertainty that has lingered over us for far too long. Once you pass through Hongzhen, keep your eyes open for a cave on the northern cliff. That will lead you to a shortcut towards Mianlun Chamber. The place is directly under Mount Firmament's iconic loon-shaped cliff. I wish you two the best of luck.
Vale, abandona la cámara. Pues abandonada que es. Bueno, pero si voy para la dirección correcta, mejor.
Jinchi, so far everything we know about the Sentinel is still just speculation.
You were right. But my weakening resonance ability and my connection to the Sentinel leave me no choice but to explore these theories. Whether it's fact or fiction, truth or a lie, I have to confront the Sentinel and see for myself.
La supuesta cámara, ¿cómo de lejos está?
The Mianlun chamber should be deep in the cave. Let's go.
Leave it to me. One with the sounds. Down with the curtain.
Let me be your blade. Don't worry.
Let's do this another way.
Brandify. Cherish every game. One with the sounds. We will obey.
Este capítulo está destinado a no ser. Literalmente está destinado a no ser este capítulo, porque es que no es normal la de veces que estoy perdiendo yo los vídeos. Los vídeos, la vida y todo. No, hombre. Bueno, también me han matado muchas veces. En teoría, pues voy a hacer esto. Yo espero que ya esté todo grabado o siendo grabado como Dios manda, porque si no me va a dar un palele. Y de lo bueno. Voy a presuponer que tiene que estar así. Voy a presuponerlo y a subir. ¡Hey! Tú eres necesario para mí. Vamos a acercarnos y activar la piedra de llamar. No. Vale. Tú, ¿qué hago contigo? Es evidente que lo que me hace falta es esto, así que... Ajusta. ¿Más? No creo, ¿verdad? Si así es como estaba inicialmente. Yo lo bajé. Yo creo que no me hace falta... Pues sí, me hace falta según esto. Pues nada. ¿Listo? Ah, vale. Ok. Lo dejamos ahí. Temporalmente.
One last
Activar.
flare stone to go.
No, yo no quería hacer eso. Quería esto. Vale, eso ya lo hice. Y esto, que sí que me interesa a mí. Ah. Pensaba que no me iba a dejar. Vale, ahora volvería al agua asustado
Let's do this another way.
por la cara. Bueno, no. Me hace falta este ritmo todavía. Ese. Y... creo que ya está. Solo me queda lo del agua. Poquito a poco porque tengo el micro lejos. Es que no sabéis la que yo lié anoche, pero al final la lié para... ¿Qué diablo? Ah, vale, que pensaba que era otra cosa. Que la lié anoche para nada porque al final no se grabó cerca de 1 hora de morisiones en el juego. Porque hay que de todo, se ha dicho. Morisioné mucho, he visto algo ahí en la esquina. Morisioné mucho a lo largo del juego. Y para nada al final porque... Ah, pues no. No se ha grabado. Que igualmente lo iba a cortar. Porque la verdad es que no iba a poner las partes en las que he muerto, pero... Sí es cierto que se ha perdido mucha parte de vídeo porque había partes del vídeo que no eran yo muriendo. Era este con la otra charlando. Ah, que por cierto, que ustedes no lo sabéis. Pero es que la chavala ha descubierto la de la maestrada. Ha descubierto que era una niña muerta que resucitó gracias a un dragón. ¿En serio? ¿En serio? Ah, pues nada. No me deja. Pero si no me deja, ¿cómo lo voy a hacer? O sea, no puedo bajarlo más. Ah, vale, creo que ya lo pilla. ¿O no? Puede que sí, puede que no. Vamos a reírnos. Me he perdido aquí. Ahora sí.
Good.
Me
Now
toca
we can
pelear.
get that flare stone.
Bueno, se avecinan muertes. ¿Por qué se avecinan muertes?
Leave it to me.
Porque me queda un poco de vida. Debería haber hecho algo. Y voy a hacer algo con eso porque... No me deja. 30 segundos, bueno. Pues en 30 segundos regresaré.
One with the sounds. Last chance.
I can't take it. Shake the shake list. And I should give it my...
You will obey. Endure, fight. One with the sounds.
Let me be your blade. Tempest. Synchronization.
Shadow descends. Be gone. I must not falter.
Serenade.
The flames.
What is this? The end?
Hey! Hi! Synchronization. The wind has stopped.
Y morí. Vale. ¿Qué de esto has usado? ¿Has usado esto? Para el viaje rápido. ¿Lo puedo marcar? Vamos a marcarlo. Añadir. Para recordar que ese es el que he usado. Vamos a hacer las cosas de otra manera. Vamos a
I will
subir lo
be there
primero.
for
Primero
everyone
vamos a
as we head
ascender
toward our shared future,
a este hombre.
leaving the past behind.
Porque me temo que si no asciende, aquí no hay pelea. Lo dije en la parte que se borró, pero es que no voy a poder jugar en modo historia durante un tiempo hasta que no suba de nivel. Porque es que esta gente cada vez más fuerte y mi nivel no va a la par. O sea, es que literalmente mi idea era jugar, en plan hacer las otras cosas, tipo misiones y tal, hasta que tuviera nivel para seguir el modo historia. Porque es que me voy a morir para nada. Para no poder sacarme el juego.
Greetings. She found pharmacy here.
Sí, quiero
Hello.
cosas.
What type of medicine are you looking for
ver,
today?
esto lo
I
primero.
might be able to make it taste good.
Esto por aquí. Esto también es importante.
Be sure to pay close attention
Creo
to
que era
the
esta flor la que me hacía
contraindication and
falta.
side effects of your medication.
30.000. Ah, tengo de sobra. Ante la duda, yo sé que
Be
era
sure
rosa.
to pay close attention to the contraindication and side effects of your
Esto por acá.
medication.
¿Cuántos tengo de las otras? Disponible aquí. No, tengo 10, tengo 13, tengo 3. No voy a comprarme
Be
muchas
sure to
más
pay
porque-
close attention to the contraindication and side effects of your medication.
Vale, hay otras cosas que sí tengo bastantes. Tiene 0, no sé qué es, pero yo te compro.
Be sure to pay close attention to the contraindication and side
Cero.
effects of your medication.
Yo todo lo que pueda comprar.
Be sure to pay close attention to the
acumula.
contraindication and side effects of your medication. Be sure to pay close attention to the
Sí.
contraindication and side effects of your medication.
Ya está. Ahora sí. Shorter.
I will be there for everyone
Vamos a ascender al doño.
as we head toward our shared
Ah, que no
future,
puedo.
leaving the past behind.
Ah, pues nada. No puedo subir a ese. ¿Y a la otra?
I will be there for everyone.
Let's reach farther destinations together.
Ah,
Let's reach farther destinations together.
pues nada. Literalmente esto es como acordarse del camino. A ver si hay suerte.
Leave it to me.
Vale, sinceramente esto es un poquito echada suerte porque vale, hay que pelear contra ese bicho de ahí abajo.
Leave it to me. The show begins. One with the sounds. Endure and defy.
Let me be your blade. Nah, doesn't matter. There it is! Synchronization. Storm, hear my command!
this another way. Burn to ashes!
Down with the curtain. One with the sounds. Shadow descends.
Fury boils!
Nowhere to hide.
A ver.
One
De ser
with the
posible
sounds.
que no me maten.
Synchronization. Don't worry. Shape the shapeless.
Not bad, huh? Silence!
One with the sounds. You will obey.
Let me be your
Together.
Speeding up. I can't
Buah.
take it.
Madre mía.
All set. The Sentinel should be able to break free now.
Yes. I believe so.
A ver,
Let's head back to the Sentinel's place.
absorber. Voy para arriba. Madre mía, si me va a costar a mí hacer esta misión.
Jinshi, it has been quite some time. And greetings, Lord Arbiter. Or should one address you as Rover now? One cannot discern the cause of your arrival. Yet its significance heralds Jinzhou's fateful juncture. Shall a child who has lost their memories take up arms and fight for their fate? Or shall they retreat to their cradle and slumber? The seed of the future shall be sown in this very moment. Once the situation settles, an explanation shall be provided. For now, one must implore you to simply engage, decide, and observe. Jinshi, your journey has been an arduous one. Aside from aiding one in this predicament, surely there are other inquiries you wish to make.
I cannot bring myself to ask for more. All I seek is the truth. Mount Firmament is in grave danger. Regarding the temporal mandate and your injuries, please do not keep the truth from me any longer.
One understands your concerns. The timing may not be optimal for this disclosure. Yet in the midst of crisis, one must act with expedience. For one will soon perish. One such as this, of immortal nature, is designed to endure for all time. Yet one suffered severe harm in ancient times, and now relies on the Myeonlong chamber for survival. This is not the optimal solution. For a long time, one has had to use this chamber to replenish energy, hoping to delay the inevitable doom. Yet fate cannot be defied. The Fraxidas have conspired against this one. Now, the injury only worsens. The Myeonlong chamber can no longer prolong one's life. Jinzhou. The city of Jinzhou will be no more. Ever since one descended upon Mount Firmament, using the power of temporal mandate to repel tacit discords, time has been in disarray within this location. The fate of Jinzhou was sealed from that moment on. Over the past millennia, one has defied the laws of nature and sustained Jinzhou at the cost of one's own life force. Otherwise, the temporal disruption would wreak havoc not only on Mount Firmament, but on the entire region of Jinzhou. If this were to happen, all life will be engulfed in a chaotic storm of twisted time flow. Jinzhou shall forever remain frozen in time. The past and the future melt into one, rendering life indistinguishable from death. The ceremonial rituals and endless battles persist, intertwining joy and sorrow into an eternal blur. All inhabitants of Jinzhou shall endure this perpetual fate until time itself ceases to exist. It is this one's own doing, and one must put an end to it. In the coming days, one will exert every ounce of strength to freeze the time in Jinzhou at the cost of one's remaining life. In that moment, Jinzhou will fall into stillness, but not perish. In the distant future, the people of Wanlong may discover a method to rescue Jinzhou.
Is there truly nothing else we can do?
This is not the optimal solution, but it suffices as an option.
Please, forgive me, but I cannot do as you say. A decade, a century. What if nobody comes up with a solution? By that time, the world will have turned its back on this forgotten city. And who would be willing to spend precious resources rescuing a small city in a far-off corner of the world? Jinzhou's fate deserves better than an uncertain future.
Whilst one may not live to witness the future, one can still envision endless possibilities yet to come. In my deduction, this method proves to be the most effective and stable. Magistrate Jinji, as you express doubts, pray tell, how do you propose to solve this issue? The flow of time upon Mount Firmament is in disarray, and it can only be contained through one's utmost effort. If one does not freeze the time now, the situation in Jinzhou shall surely worsen 100-fold, or even 1,000-fold after one's passing.
Bueno, cada vez más tensa la
You
historia.
once
No, hombre.
predicted a destined battle between us. Is it true?
Correct.
I was lost at first, struggling to grasp the prophecy's meaning. Only when I learned of your actions alongside the court of Savante did it all become clear. By clashing two resonating powers, a second resonance awakening can be induced. Through this, I am able to push my resonance ability beyond its limits and invoke the temporal mandate to restore the flow of time. Though I will be forced to raise my blade against you.
Ridiculous! If you clash with my resonance power, even the smallest mistake will result in overclocking and leave you nothing but an empty husk. You are well aware of its excruciating effects. The pain you feel now is but a faint scratch in comparison to its true torment. Moreover, you will be trapped within the fissures of time itself. Your being will be relentlessly shredded and mended day after day, denied any respite for eternity.
But I can restore the errors in the flow of time. Isn't that why you saved me all those years ago? I'm just doing what you've been doing all along. Going against fate to keep Jinzhou safe.
Jinshi, you are given one last opportunity. Let me freeze the time, and I can ensure your safety.
Venga, estamos aquí porque el desarrollador del juego lo quiere.
you're only here to witness before the right time arrives. But you are not compelled to remain idle. Should you intervene, we may augment Jinshi's odds of survival by a fraction. Command me to transfer my temporal mandate access to Jinshi at the right moment. The moment of her resonance ability's depletion, when she is teetering on the brink of overclocking and near death. Then we may still save her life. Miss that moment by even the slightest margin, and Jinshi's fate will be sealed.
I should have died a long time ago. But I was lucky enough to be saved by you, allowing me the chance to see the glittering lights of Jinzhou for myself. You rewinded time to save me. I am responsible. Jinzhou is my home. If it's ever in danger, I will do everything in my power to protect what I hold dear, even at the cost of my own life.
Such a valiant speech. Do you know the weight of this decision?
I understand your concerns. I will reach my second awakening with our destined confrontation, and restore the time flow. Are you willing to bet on me?
Restore the time flow. Pray, from where does this confidence arise? You are my resident, but your strength is only a fraction of mine. There is little chance for you to retreat unscathed.
But I can at least win some hope for our people. Even if it costs me my soul, my everything. I cannot die without trying. I may only bear your power for a fleeting moment. It's all I need to secure a better future for Jinzhou, defying all of your predictions, and I can keep you safe. If there is anyone who can face you in a fight, that person has to be your resonator. I will be your final winning move in this game.
Are you truly ready to challenge a being worshipped by your kind? Will you not regret it when you meet your bitter demise?
I will not regret it, no matter what.
Very well, Magistrate of Jinzhou. Come to the summit. Demonstrate your prowess. Show me how you shall be my triumphant ace.
Vale. Espera. Lo sabía. Siempre me pasa igual. Ahora sí. Entonces hay que salir de allí. Vale, salir.
Lord Arbiter, one is curious about your choice this time. Wherever the tides may take us, you will bear witness to our hunt.
Government must be guided by virtue. Chi, do you keep this in mind?
Yes, virtue must come first. Politics, commerce, it all must serve the people.
From now on, you shall be known as Jinshi, bearing Jinzhou's name as your own. What do you think of this world?
Like here. Darkness clings, but lights flicker in the gloom.
A guiding light from the truth.
That's why they stand out so brightly against the darkness.
This entrance leads to one Sonoro sphere. Magistrate Jinshi, one shall await you there. Rover, this battle is related to the fate of Jinzhou, and only you can open this Sonoro sphere. The key to Jinzhou's future lies in your hands.
If I open it, Jinshi is bound to face you in the ultimate battle. The ideal outcome would be for her to absorb your power at the critical moment and restore the time flow without any loss of life. There's a chance that she could push herself too far and end up dying from overclocking. Though, if I do nothing, you'll use your remaining power to freeze all of Jinzhou in time.
Correct. Now, please let us know your choice.
Rover. I have been preparing for this moment. Leaving Jinzhou behind fills me with regret. Knowing I may never again bask in its glorious sunshine, or witness the purity of its snowflakes. But that's why I'm here. To ensure that others can still experience the wonders of nature. Our city has a rich history, with generations witnessing endless sunrises and sunsets at the border. Our people have sacrificed their blood and tears to protect Huanglang's safety. They deserve a bright future. I want to protect Jinzhou in my own way. As Jinshi, as a citizen of Jinzhou, and as Jinzhou's magistrate. Let's begin.
¿Cómo de largo es esto? O sea, me gusta mucho la cinematográfica porque es bonita, pero es muy largo, ¿eh? Muy, muy largo. ¿Qué?
Be swift. Moment of awakening.
Vale.
The sky
No veo nada.
sacred light.
Mi paranoia un poquito no sabe bien lo que estoy haciendo. Como en literalmente mucho.
Embrace the change. Heaven ordains. Banish all vice.
Mi paranoia no sabe claro.
Evil be cleansed.
O sea, en teoría sí le doy, pero ¿sabes? Me va a enviar un ataque. Tiene toda la pinta. Y me los estoy comiendo todos con patatas. Uy. Se quedó atascado.
I shall lead the way.
Vale.
Sacred light
¿Funcionará? No dudo que me esté enviando un ataque, pero por intentar.
takes flight.
Me equivoco.
Evil be cleansed.
Venga. Ahora sí.
Thunder
Oye, la
God.
barrita no había bajado más. Porque siento que ha subido.
So be it.
Mira, al final me voy a acabar. Mira, voy a morir. Tiene toda la pinta.
Evil be cleansed.
Mira, mira, qué ataque más mal hecho.
Heaven ordains. Banish all vice. Strike fast. Be swift. Blessed end. The sky beckons.
Voy a morir
Take
por el
flight.
camino.
Onwards.
Quite the impressive feat, Magistrate Jinshi. However, you are still a long way from inheriting my power. Back down now.
Ya no sé qué hacer. Literalmente ya no sé qué hacer.
I've made up my mind, and I will not back down. You once said it's not easy to become a candle of light. But I still want to try. I want to see if I can ignite a spark of hope for Jinzhou. The sky beckons.
Qué bonita la canción, ¿no?
Lord Arbiter. May this one transfer the temporal mandate to Jinshi. This one has heard your decision. What do you think of this? The transfer has been carried out as you instructed. Jinshi, one shall honor one's promise and restore Jinjo's future to you and its people.
Vale. Me ha gustado mucho la canción. Y la cinematográfica. O sea, siempre pienso que es muy largo, pero luego veo las cosas que hacen y pienso que merece un poco la pena. No sé ustedes.
Jinshi has recovered. One will soon send her back to Jinjo for recuperation. Please do not worry. With all matters resolved, as per the agreement, it is time for one to address you. One is prepared to answer any inquiries you may have.
¿Puedo preguntarlo todo? Sí.
I am Jue
Vamos a
the
poner
Sentinel, the guide of Jinjo's civilization. Everything about Jinjo has been stored in my mind. You are my arbiter and my former master. In bygone days, I stood by your side as you established Jinjo City. You tasked me with safeguarding its prosperity.
Buena
This one
pregunta.
begs your pardon, for it is not all-knowing. All my knowledge came from you. One is prepared to answer any inquiries you may have. In the past, one was granted the key to that Sonoro sphere by your hand. you said you planned to participate in history, to make choices and witness the development of civilizations. One had previously requested for permission to transfer the temporal mandate to Jinshi, as that is how one is designed to function. Every ounce of my existence, from life to death, and even the passing on of power, is subject to your approval. One is prepared to answer any inquiries you may have. Since Jinshi has inherited my power, the temporal programs are now complete. Jinzhou is no longer under threat. Jinshi has fully assumed the mantle of leadership. From this day forth, one shall only offer aid when it is truly needed. This situation has been analyzed before, but the number of variables made reaching a safe conclusion impossible. To accomplish her goal, Jinshi must possess both strength and confidence. Revealing the truth to her earlier would only add to her troubles and not aid in improving her abilities. Today was not the ideal moment for our destined battle to unfold, but the Fraccidus has remarkably escalated its arrival. One is prepared to answer any inquiries you may have. The flow of time on Mount Firmament has been restored to its natural pace, but the citizens of Hongzhen must still contend with shortened lifespans should they attempt to depart. Fortunately, with Jinshi's resonance ability, they can stay safe as long as they remain on the mountain. For lack of a better solution, this is the best we can do. Through countless ages, the imposing Mount Firmament stood firm against the storms. But as spring brings thunder and change, one feels a spark of transformation in the air. The people of Hongzhen have a bright future ahead. One that can be steered in the right direction within mere days with proper leadership. One is prepared to answer any inquiries you may have. Your tacit mark. There is something unusual.
What? What's wrong? Rover, who's bullying you? Huh? Is it you, big thing? Huh? How dare you? I'm gonna teach you a Hmm? I don't think it has any bad intentions. It smells like the unnatural smell I smelled in Jinzhou before. Oh, so you must be that sentinel. Hello there, big one. Rover, why didn't you wake me up earlier? I got a feeling I missed out on a lot of fun.
It does feel similar to me, but there is some difference. This entity is unfamiliar to me, as it resides within your tacit mark. One can only assume you granted it access intentionally. Lord Arbiter, have you heard of the Black Shores? The Black Shores is the starting point of your journey in this world. If you have doubts, this one suggests a visit to that island. Worry not. The Wuthering Waves ebb and flow. They shall send you back to where you belong. One suggests heading back to Hongzhen to reunite with your companions, Lord Arbiter.
Nueva misión.
With Mount Firmament no longer posing a threat,
Bien.
surely Hongzhen will undergo significant
Vale, para que
changes.
bloquees allí. No me dan nada, ¿no? Vale, eso sí es algo tipo metal. Pero eso no parece que me dé nada. Tengo ya una nueva misión, pero ¿sigue siendo del mismo acto? Pues sí. Madre del amor hermoso, qué largo, ¿eh? Voy a quitar esto. Esto es opcional. Ah, desciende por la montaña esquiando. Venga, vamos a ver qué pasa. Qué más de ilusión. Ahora. Hay que usar el ancla. Vale. Oh, va más rápido. Bueno, pero facilillo. No es que tenga la dificultad del siglo. Ey, no te vayas para el lado. Bueno, pues adiós facilito. Vamos a irme a otro sitio. Que es por aquí. Si pincho aquí voy más rápido. Vale, en teoría vamos por aquí, por aquí, por acá, por acá. Listo.
Mount Firmament glowed
with the sun's light, high above the clouds and snow. Then, suddenly, they vanished, revealing a distant blue sky. And amidst it all stood a white-haired maiden, like a goddess descended from the heavens. With a mere wave of her hand, she brought forth a new season, transforming the streets below. This maiden was none other than the dead infant, now reborn as the magistrate of Jinzhou. When thunder roars in spring's embrace, the sun shall shine upon this place. For only through death and strife can one truly embrace new life.
I see. Doesn't matter. That's not important for our goal. We have the answers we wanted already.
¿Por qué la ceja está encima de la venda?
With the second resonance awakening, we will tap into powers that rival the Sentinels.
What the hell?
Complete control of the artificial resonator awakening process is within reach.
Soy la única a la que le da grima ver la ceja
And lastly,
encima de la venda.
About that rover. This trip was worth it. We've collected many
Es que
wonderful notes, haven't we?
no puedo dejar de mirar el fallo.
It's about time. Get moving. Can't let a certain someone wait too long behind
señor.
bars.
Bueno, ahora sí que está terminada. Celebramos. Nuevo logro, muy bien, gracias de todas formas. Y... Esplendor, nueva misión. Ahora veremos las otras misiones. Pues bueno, por fin. Y disculpándome una vez más por lo que ha pasado con el vídeo, que hay muchas partes que se han perdido. Ese día hubo muchos problemas. Me disculpo. Bueno, evidentemente lo vamos a dejar aquí. Así que bueno, espero que haya gustado. Un besito muy fuerte. Nos vemos en el siguiente. Y adiós.